G'day guys, hope you're all well, having a good start to your weekend. I wanted to go through and have a look at the top 10 against Bitcoin right now, because I think it's a good time to have a look after what's been what's happened thus far during this week. Of course, the week closes on Monday at 11. The weekly candle, closes at Monday at 11. And aside from anything significantly bad happening, it looks as though we're going to see it close quite strong and also quite bullish. So let's walk through how the charts now look. So of course Bitcoin's had its a big run up, then it continued, pulled back a bit, and today it has held, by the look of it, in the next couple of minutes above $5,000. Now that is a significant level, it's a round number, and of course when I look at this was it the monthly chart, it's right there in that cradle zone. Now, in saying that, okay, lower high, lower low on the monthly, back in that cradle right there. Now, if this was to be a 4-hour chart, if I was to say look for a trade here, I'd be waiting for the next candle to close small and bearish, right, for a cradle short. But in this case, if this was a 4-hour chart, it would be, in my view, a high risk trade. Your first entry potential. Moving averages are not fanning all that well. They are, in the correct order, 10 below the 20. But what we haven't got is a strong long downtrend. Okay. We've seen obviously the strong long uptrend here on the monthly throughout 2016-17, and then a very quick pullback when you look at the scope of things and actually put that into perspective. It's been the pullback that really Bitcoin has needed. Now, of course, it's not really worrying me too much around 5,000 here, but I'm still being cautious, of course, to sort of call a bull market, and that's not really what I'm here to do. I'm just here to read the charts and trade what I see. So let's go through and have a look at what that did across the rest of the markets. There's nothing really here for me on Bitcoin for any trades at this moment in time. If a flat level was to form over the weekend, that might be something that I would consider coming into next week. But let's have a look across Ethereum against Bitcoin. Now, what we're going to see is we're going to see the price get a little bit erratic. Of course, I've been watching this support level here on Ethereum for quite some time. As a matter of fact, all the way back here on the 4-hour, I actually had a bit of a, in my watch list with Market View back here, a video that I was sort of suggesting if we did come back down, I might look for a short. Now, of course, it went higher. There was no trade there for me. But what we saw was that Bitcoin raced off before the other markets, as it's very evidently seen here. A big shot down, and then it came all the way back. So Bitcoin led the other markets, also especially Ethereum, in its charge, and the rest of the markets started to catch up. Of course, what that leaves us with is some very big candles and a very messy 4-hour chart here. The mid time frames, straight down, straight back up, back down, back up. Very, very ugly there on Ethereum. Ripple, very similar, a big fall down and then a big retrace back up. It did recover quite strongly, and again, a very big candle, or a series of very large candles there. Bitcoin Cash, well, of course, Bitcoin Cash was probably, well, not probably, it was the biggest mover in the top 10 over those couple of days, 22% and 22%. That's 44% over the period of 2 days. And now it's just consolidating. But the thing is, when I look at this 4-hour, because that's just a low, that's a high. There is no higher low and higher high. So we're not yet, believe it or not, in an uptrend on this 4-hour here. The daily, well, it is bigger picture uptrending, but the 4-hour I'm leaving alone. So another big spike there. Cardano saw some funny business go on as well. We see a really nice uptrend, pulled back very fiercely, and has since closed above. The chart doesn't look great from my perspective, be it on the daily or the 4-hour. Litecoin against Bitcoin. Well, it certainly blasted through the resistance that was sitting through here for quite some time, the old support level break. We busted straight back up through that and look pretty strong right now. Again, looking at the 4-hour here, not one that I'm really that interested at this moment in time, and going through other time frames, I'm happy to watch this play out and see what comes of it next. EOS against Bitcoin. Very similar, ugly 4-hour chart. Binance against Bitcoin. My stop loss from the trade way back here is now tightly tucked up underneath this level as it is extended. It is starting to look like if that level breaks, I'd be happy to be back into Bitcoin and basically lock in all those gains that have come through that wonderful Binance run. Nothing for me to be trading right now. Tron, another very messy chart. Look at this. Big spike up, big spike down, back in this cradle zone, but there's divergence. So again, it's not a chart that I'm really realistically looking for trades from. And if we look here again, finally, oops, what have I done there? Yes, go away. Oh, how do I get rid of that? There we go. If we look at Stellar Lumens right now, again, this is against Bitcoin. It's back in that cradle zone. Now, unfortunately, there's nowhere that I'm aware of, well, not that I have an account with anyway, that offers a good opportunity to short, because this is one that you might consider for a short had we had the option. And because the moving averages are fanning in the right order, again, it would be very similar to what I said about Bitcoin on that monthly chart. A small bearish candle here, and there might be an opportunity to short that. It would be a higher risk trade, and unfortunately, because of that spike, it would mean the stop would have to be relatively wide. So probably nothing there for me either. It's just interesting to see that Bitcoin really reclaimed its power during the week, and it's held, and that is what I find to be a really good sign. It wasn't just a shot up and a pull straight back. We're actually above 5. We broke this major level, and we're back above 5,000 and holding for the time being. Now, it's made a lot of the charts very messy. So for me, it's more important to be focused on the dollar pairs right now, as they've got some much cleaner trends than what it is to be focusing against Bitcoin right now within the top 10 anyway. And much of the other charts out there as well, crossed with Bitcoin, look very similar. Guys, you have a fantastic weekend. I'll speak to you again next week. Bye for now.